Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, Christian Stubbs talks about the work of being a volunteer firefighter. Teacher Time focuses on Mr. Leckwee.
And we hear more about one of Lakeside's volleyball games. The Loop starts now.
One of Lakeside's most important goals is to share God's love by serving our neighbor. Everybody has different talents when it comes to serving. Christian Stubbs shows us how he uses his talents to serve as a volunteer firefighter for his community.
Well, the fire service needs new people, younger people to be involved and join. It's easier to do it when you're younger, especially the fire service, just because of the amount of physical work and effort that goes into it. I think it's good for younger kids to get involved, just to, gives you a sense of community, gives you a sense of like belonging and helping out people, and it's also good, helps teach responsibility and just gives you more caring like for other people, and broadens your horizons a little without going somewhere else. You're just working in your own community, helping people out.
So there's basic training, which really just runs you down through the basics of everything. Then I took a hazmat class, which allows you to deal with hazardous materials in certain situations. And currently I am taking a Fire 1 class, which will get me to be able to go on mutual aid calls, which is like calls in other cities and other that just need us to come by and help. For training, we were doing some diving stuff, and Captain Kevin, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you want to try it?" And I was like, "Sure." And that was really to kind of just see how I'd like it and stuff. But there's a separate class that we have to take to get state certified for that, so we can do dive calls. I feel like it's really helped me kind of advance to where I want to be in the future, because this is really what I want to do for a career in the future. It's an amazing feeling knowing that you help someone and that maybe even you touch their heart a little bit, because people don't know the first responders who come and help them, but first responders, we're willing to come down and help whoever needs any help.
Thank you, Christian, for volunteering your time to help others. This is a wonderful way to encourage students to use their God-given talents to serve their neighbor.
It's fantastic to have Christian education available for kids, and it's great to tell people about the opportunity of growing in God's Word. Mr. Lauber, along with a few of Lakeside students, traveled to different grade schools to recruit young students for Lakeside.
At the beginning of the day, at like 8:10, we left the school. We went to Mr. Lauber's office, got all the gifts and stuff for the children. Then we headed to St. John's Juneau, and I performed a forensics piece called The Pig. And a lot of the kids laughed during that one. It's just a free day out of school. I just like having the 8th graders just really learn about how high school is like, and how that you may not always have the same friends that you do now. In fact, 90% of the time you don't.
Check, Rowan, check this out. So this pencil was blue, wasn't it? Did you all see it was blue?
I mean, the younger ones, like the kindergartners, first, second graders, they were really excited by the gifts they got, and it was just really fun, seeing their reactions and how happy they were. I would encourage future warriors to come to Lakeside, because it's a safe environment. I mean, we're a regular high school. You make a lot of friends, and just a normal high school.
Bye, Lakeside.
God's blessings on recruiting. May the Lord's Word continue to stay in schools and help students to become equipped in His love.
And now it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Isaac Garcia.
The man we're interviewing today has turned boys into men. He's got the brains, the brawn, and the handlebar mustache. You may be thinking of Hulk Hogan, but this man has walked these very halls as a Lakeside student and coached our football team. That's right, I'm talking about Mr. Leckwee.
How was your time here at Lakeside when you were a student?
So, I was a very naughty kid when I was at Lakeside, so not suspending Mr. Leckwee type of a way, but I had a lot of fun.
Why did you choose to become a teacher?
So my first experience came actually at Lakeside when we needed to go out into a school in our senior year and get experience at schools, and I went to St. Paul's, and I was able to observe a teacher in the classroom and had a ton of fun doing it. In fact, that's when I changed what I was going to do. I was going to go to Platteville for police science. And I decided, no, this is what I want to do. I want to go to Dr. Martin Luther College at the time and continue with that. So it was that experience.
Why the horseshoe mustache?
Because inwardly, I really want to be a cowboy.
What's your middle name?
David.
What do you prefer, Star Wars or Harry Potter?
Star Wars for two reasons. The first, most obvious, because I've seen all the Star Wars. I haven't taken the time to watch all the Harry Potter. And there's just more excitement and more action that's taking place in a Star Wars movie.
Do straws have one hole or two?
They have two. That's a great question. One hole.
Have you ever been robbed before?
Yes. A few times. I've had things stolen from me before, I guess, if I were to say it that way. I don't think I've ever been robbed, like my house or car entered and things taken from me. I've had money, headphones, stuff like that taken.
Tell us what a perfect day looks like.
Monday through Friday at Lakeside Lutheran High School.
Last Thursday, Lakeside's volleyball teams played against Columbus. With such exciting matches, we focus on more of the details of the game.
Oh, this is my 11th year that I have been here at Lakeside coaching volleyball. So I am really excited for this season. The girls show up and just want to have a lot of fun. They're staying after practice to learn and to work, and that's really awesome that they want to put in the extra time to do that. But ultimately, I just love coming to practice every day because of the enthusiasm that we have for volleyball and for each other. So I think that's really what we are working on, is just staying consistent through a match. We see some really great things. A lot of times we start off a match really high, and then a couple things just don't go our way. So we're trying to figure out we are a really good team. We just have to figure out how to be good for longer periods of time when we're out there. You know, I love getting to know them outside of just a school setting as well. So that's definitely one of the reasons. But I also really love just watching girls grow in their faith and how they treat each other. You just learn so much from a sport, and I love being able to be part of that and see girls as they go through those things. We started off, one of our very first team building events was to do a cookie baking contest, and we are using those cookies to give to the refs and to the other team at all of our home events. That's something that we wanted to do because there's been a shortage of refs, so just to say thanks for coming, thanks for putting in the time, and also a way for us to just show great sportsmanship to the other teams as well. I think for future volleyball players, we just love that they come and watch. I think just understanding the game is really important, so to come and watch and cheer our girls on right now. It was fun to see the young ones kind of look up to the older ones and get autographs after the game.
Good luck for the rest of the volleyball season. Hopefully, all will go well.
Throughout the last summer, Lakeside West Gym was being renovated. Now that it's completed, we can see the gym's brand new look.
Well, first of all, the whole project here began with an idea a couple years ago of renovating the space, particularly the seating. The old wood bleachers that were here for more than 50 years needed to be updated. They became a liability for us. So we started with coming up with the plans for new seating. That developed into how can we improve our entire chapel atmosphere, and from there all of our performing arts atmosphere with the stage in front. So the idea began with the seating. As you can see behind me, we have brand new seating now that's comfortable with padded seating and a backdrop for over 600 people, which fits our entire student body, including our faculty. And from there, we did some other renovations. We wanted to paint the ceilings and the walls black to give it more of a performing arts type of look. We added some side lights down, wash wall lights that change colors that would give it more of a theatrical type look. All of the lighting has been changed so we can program it to give it different scenes. And then from there, we decided to update and try to make our practice facility for our sports teams more efficient. So we decided to change, the main court stayed the same, but now we have two side courts, so we added hoops on both ends, and we wanted them all to be retractable so that when we have a chapel or a performing arts going on, that we could retract them. It would give us a better look. We also put in a main place for our AV. Right behind us, you can see that window. They have a permanent spot for all of the audiovisual equipment that needs to take place for all of our performing arts.
We're incredibly grateful to have a beautiful new gym. Lakeside will definitely get a good use out of it.
And now you're in the loop. I'm Natalie Pop.
And I'm Juan Galyard. Thank you for watching.